Welcome to Secret Talks. I'm your host, Michaell Magrutsche, here with Dr. Joen Painter and Hillary F. Brown. We are certified personal coaches that let you listen in on our private master sessions, where we discuss topics that come up with us or our clients. 204, money and dating. Okay, guys, today's podcast is about money and the issues of money in relationships. Hi, Hillary.
Hey, Michaell. Hey, Joen.
Hey, Joen.
Hi, Michaell. Hey, Hillary.
Let's, as you know, everybody talks about money. And I have a funny story to tell. An artist friend of mine had this unbelievable relationship online. Then they met each other and had a nice time together. They met a second time, and there was something about who pays. I think she said she's going to pay the next time, and she paid. And she felt that was the problem when all of a sudden it completely changed. The guy never called her back, even though the rest of the day was nice. Then the next guy is going out with her. He likes her dog. She likes him, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, the guy never called her back.
He doesn't like her then. The question is, was that the move? Because that's a masculine move.
He asked her, he says, didn't you say you want to pay?
Then it's not related.
She felt the energy shifted.
Yeah, I think that's a masculine thing to do. The man pays. If you switch the yin and yang, yeah, then it's going to turn him off, even if it's subconscious.
But he shifted it.
Wait, why would you ever offer to pay? I would never do that. I don't even try to pay. I just stand there. That's the man's job. That's the only thing he can do in this reality is pay for dinner. That's it. He doesn't have to pay for anything else because I can take care of myself. Like, let him pay.
Yeah.
But I've paid for dates when I was turned off by the guy. I'm like, I'm paying for myself.
Oh, you paid for yourself when you turned off.
Yeah, I have.
It's a good thing to say.
I think it's a great message. I think
guys don't know
key
that.
message.
I didn't know that. I have no clue about this.
That's why we're here for you. We're here for you.
Okay, so no, it's great. Hillary, explain that. When somebody pays, you expect that the man pays, right?
Yes, I think that nowadays women can take care of themselves, and the one way to show a man that they can do something for you or somehow take care of you is pay for dinner. So I generally allow that. And if you have a bad date, then feel free to pay for yourself. That shows them,
Also, that's very
different sign.
I think that's an excellent message. I think that guys would know, or they'll soon learn. What I think they start to realize, if a woman starts to pay and doesn't answer the phones when you call or doesn't return the calls, then they get the message that, okay, wait, she paid and she's not calling me back to get together again. So that's...
But what is if the girl expects that the guy calls?
If the girl expects that the guy calls and he hasn't called, then she can call him and ask him out. And maybe that's what a guy is doing, is waiting for her to call.
Yeah.
But then that's switching masculine and feminine roles again, because now she's pursuing him. Some guys probably like that.
Oh, I love that.
Generally speaking, if a guy likes you, he's going to go after you and find a way to see you. So you might as well just let him.
Yeah.
I would want... If you feel like calling me now, I want you to pick up the phone and call me. I don't want you to think that's...
I think, Michaell, that's later in the relationship. Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's further down.
I think, eventually that happens, but like right in the beginning.
Okay.
When you don't really know somebody.
Yeah.
I think it's better if you're trying to date and find someone for real to try to follow some of the rules of the masculine, feminine in dating, and that'll help you. At least for women, you're showing the guy that you're a feminine woman, despite the fact that most of us are extremely masculine a lot of the time.
Yeah. It actually amplifies the role of masculine and feminine. It also says if you're groomed or not, because if a guy doesn't want to pay, that's a problem. If somebody would say, hey, I don't have the money to date you, I think that's a no-go, right?
I gotta say.
Yeah, generally.
If a guy says, I just have enough for me, I can take care of myself, but if we want to go to all these restaurants, we have to go Dutch, that's a no-go for you, right?
Oh, I don't know. It depends.
It depends on the chemistry that I felt with the guy.
If someone admitted that they were, in between jobs, then you can just think, oh, well, that's cool. We can just hang out as friends for now, go Dutch. You could say something like, when you have some money, you can take me on a real date.
That is not that easy these days. People killed themselves because they lost a job. Older people, not young people. It's not that guaranteed that you have a job. Women have more possibility to get a job these days. And
Yes,
actually,
and you
women make
may
more
not.
money sometimes.
Maybe it doesn't matter. I think it's become a huge topic. Like, it may not matter because women make more money.
I just don't know how women feel about this. How can a man court a woman or be a man if he is not able to even pay? I think it's never going to go where a man can come and say, Hillary, you pay my way because I don't have any money. I think that's a turnoff for any woman. But if you go Dutch, I think it's gentler, where everybody pays its own way, or you have to pay 50%. But what does that do to the psychology of a woman? So the woman already makes more money than the guy. And now could a man show to you girls, if you go Dutch and you pay for your own rent and you have your own apartment, how can a man show you, other than opening your door, that he's manly?
Hey, I'm going to tell you, you say other than opening the door, that is a huge part of it. To have a guy open the door for you, to pull the chair out for you at the restaurant. I mean, that's huge.
Because that means you're groomed. When you help a woman out, you're just a gentleman.
I have a lot of men helping me getting out of vans when I'm not at work. I'm always like, that's really nice of them. They're really considerate. Chivalry should come back.
Absolutely.
We like it, men.
Yes.
If the person is chivalrous, he can kind of make up for not paying for you. I'm not saying if a man says screw paying, I'm going with everybody Dutch, I'm just being a gentleman. Being a gentleman in all things, except, the money is currently an issue in this society, especially with all middle class people.
When you were talking, I was thinking about law of attraction, and like when a guy says to me, I want you to make more money, or something financial, it really makes me think I need to work on my attraction. I want someone who's also going to be using law of attraction in a way, either consciously or not, like to attract abundance. And so for me, it's really important to find somebody with a similar idea on that, or it's not going to work.
If that's important for you, then absolutely. For some people, it's important that the guy is handsome. There's certain things that are important for people. I think chemistry is number one. The sex, as much as you work on it, is changing a lot through a relationship.
What happens when the person really doesn't have the looks or have the money, and there's something there that draws them together? It's that fear factor of, oh my gosh, I fell in love with somebody who's a really neat guy, but the reality of us making a life together isn't going to happen. Then what? And that happens.
I think it's not a problem for men. I think it's a problem more for women, because the man is attracted to the visual or the chemistry or the turn on, and it's very instant, going right into the courting. I don't know how a woman thinks. I'm not a woman. I don't know how you guys react to that. What is if he's not cute? What is if he's just average looking? He doesn't have any money, but you have a chemistry with him. What are you going to do? I mean, you women need to answer that. I can't answer that, how women react to that. It's not a problem for a guy. If a girl looks average, she doesn't have the money, waitress in a restaurant, it is absolutely irrelevant for a guy if she's a millionaire, CEO of a company, or a maid somewhere. It makes absolutely no difference for a man, unless the man is super successful and needs to have a trophy wife or trophy woman that he can show. Men fall for a woman, and that's what it is.
I don't think that either of a woman and man wants to take on somebody that's not financially set.
Which I understand, because the woman falls in love with the idea of the relationship versus the man falls in love with the woman. The woman falls in love with the home, the nesting, the part of what this is, you and I. The idea of a team, basically. I mean, that's what you're saying. Versus I'm in love with you. I can tell you from me and from my friends and what I experienced, men don't care. If they fall for a woman, they absolutely don't care what she has.
It's true. I've had people tell me that.
I wish it was reversed the same, but I know it isn't.
It isn't. No, I don't think it is.
I look for the chemistry. Obviously, you need to have that in order to get anything. And then I'll fall in love with the mind of a person. And then the looks and everything else. And obviously, I would prefer that you can work together.
Yeah, at least have good conversations about work and help each other if you can.
Yeah, I think that's important. I guess I wanted to find a solution of what can we help you to become conscious. And perhaps this broadcast helps you to think about it, because optimally it would work if you can take care of yourselves, and that is a feasible relationship, especially in economic times that we have currently. Sometimes you don't have all the answers. Sometimes we don't know, and it's good so. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Joan, Hillary, and I'll see you next
Thanks,
time.
guys.
Thank you, Joan.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Hillary.
Bye.
See you next week.
See you next week. For more information, go to michaellm.com. That's Michael with double L, MICHAELLM.com. On the upper right-hand side, click on Wellness Team. If you like this show, please pay it forward by sharing it with your friends and like it. Thanks to my colleagues, Hillary F. Brown at hillaryfbrown.com and Dr. Joan Painter at drjoan.com. I'm your host, Michaell Magrutsche. Thanks for listening.